Why was it important for you to start Nobody's Listening with a spoken word poem?
To be honest, that was something that like I do it. Like I like to. Um, it's almost like spoken word, like you said, but it's also a little bit of rap and
Yeah.
poetry mixed together. And I do that a lot for writing reasons. When I'm writing to write music, I'll um, just write poems, and then I'll take lyrics from that later on. And it was one of them kind of things that I had on my computer that was not really meant to be on my record. And I played it to a couple of people, like friends and family and stuff. And I remember playing it to my best friend, and he was like, "Bro, this is honestly the most real I've ever heard you on anything." You know what I mean? And I think it'd be really cool if you did something with it. And obviously, one of my other friends who I work with quite closely also said the same thing. I think it'd be really cool if you use it as an intro. And then, it was kind of like a no-brainer. I was like, yeah, I like it. It does speak to something different that I've never really done before, and I think people find it interesting. So I just put it out there based on that, really.
They're trying to sprint in a long run. You talk about your brain living with cannabis. I mean, just many parts of that poem resonated with me truly. And
Yeah,
and I know, like, we can laugh about Bud all day. I'll laugh about it all day, but it's changed my life for the better. That's
for
just the
sure.
truth. Um,
Yeah, yeah. There's mixed opinions on it. Obviously, I don't like to make my opinion known in too much of an advocate or against it or anything like that. I just do what I do. I don't ever try to force that on anybody else. And obviously, that's what I'm speaking about there. My own personal experiences with cannabis and with the drug, rather than trying to promote it in any way. If you know what I'm saying.
Of course, 100%. The line they're trying to sprint in a long run. That's a realization that somebody comes to in life, but it doesn't
Hmm.
happen early on, right? Like this concept of you just got to do it all as fast as you can. But
Yeah.
the reality is, like, this is a long run. I mean, a run
Hmm.
that takes 30,
Hopefully,
50 years.
hopefully.
Yeah, knock on wood. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. That's the way I look at things. Slow and steady wins the race. We all know the story of the tortoise on the hare. It's an old saying. We take our time. We're gonna see things differently, and it's not. Sorry, it's going to be beneficial for us. And it's a simple thing, but I feel like you said, the feeling right now, generally speaking, when I look at the way certain people are, or just the general vibe that's on social media, whatever, it is very rushed. It is very 100 miles an hour. Everything's right now. This has to be great at this exact moment in time, and I don't necessarily like to live my life that way.
Have you always had this mindset of slow and steady wins the race, or is that something that comes later in life?
I think my teenage years, 17, 18 onwards, were very different to what I'd expected them to be. And I learned a lot, and I kind of grew up in a very short period of time, 5 years. And in that period of time, I learned a lot of things that maybe it takes other people a while to learn. And not in a selfish way, a narcissistic way that I feel like I'm better than people. It's just the circumstances that we were in
Yeah.
kind of sped that up for us. And I learned a lot of things, and the main was just to take things easy and take things at your own pace. Not everything has to be in a rush.